Hi everyone, I'm Janneke and welcome to my channel Books and Stitches, wherein I sometimes talk about books, mostly talk about cross-stitch. This is no exception. This will be my WIP parade to celebrate the end of 2025 and talk about my plans for 2026. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for checking me out. There are a lot of WIP parades around this time of year, so I'm very happy you decided to give me a shot. If you're not new to my channel, thank you for returning, first of all. Also, you may have noticed it's been a while since my last update. I will quickly explain why that is. There are a couple of reasons. One, I went on holiday in November, and then afterwards I was really tired and had to recover from that. And then I accidentally deleted everything that I had filmed. So I needed to have like a reset anyway, and it was getting close to the end of the year, so I decided to just start fresh with this WIP parade. So there is quite a bit I have to show you. I have some notes on my laptop down there, so if you see me looking that way, that is why. I'm trying out the ring light. I haven't used it in a while, but I wanted to make sure you had good light for the project. You probably will see the reflection in my glasses like that. I'll try and like look in a way that you don't see it, but yeah, you probably will at some points. So first of all, I totally forgot how to start this. I guess I'll just do a quick update of my year so far. Obviously, the year's not over yet. I'm filming this on Christmas, so December 25th. So there are a couple days left, so these stats will change slightly, but you'll get the idea. I did not get as much stitching done this year as I wanted to, but I ended up getting a total of 79,658 stitches. So with the next couple of days, that will pass the 80,000, which is fun. My highest stitching month was March, in which I did 10,750. And my highest stitching day was November 2nd, during which I did 1,086 stitches. I think that was a stitchy day with a couple of friends that also like cross-stitch. We just spent the entire day cross-stitching. So I think that's why I got that many stitches in. I also just filled in a color there. No counting necessary. So yeah, now I will show you my project. This year I started 5 different projects and I finished 4, and I also UFO'd a couple. So I will show you my finishes. I did forget to grab a couple. I'm sorry. I will insert pictures of those. I think I have at least 1 finish here with me, maybe 2, and the others I will just show you a picture of. So yeah, I will just start at the beginning, I think. These projects are in order of when I started them. So my oldest project is called Mickey as Artist. It is a project I got through Etsy. It is a really big full coverage. And when it is finished, it will look like this. So I got 10,052 stitches on this one done this year. This is the project I worked on the most, and I am at 14%. So percentage wise, it's not the best yet. Also, it's still in the hoop. I will take it out so you can actually see the whole piece, because that will be way more fun for you. So let's get it out. So this project has a total of 663,336 stitches. It's my biggest by far. And this is what it looks like now. I can't see the screen, so I have no idea if you can see all of it. Let me do some folding. Ooh, I can really tell it's been a while since I filmed. I have no idea what to say to you anymore. This is 25 count, easy grids. Yeah, that's like an idea of what it looks like fully right now. I will show a picture of what it was at the beginning of the year as well, so you can see the difference. And let's zoom in a bit. So this part was already done. I worked on the top, I know that much. So I think I started working like somewhere around here. Yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I really love this piece. It is a favorite of mine, definitely. I started this March 29th of 2022, so I've worked on this for a couple years now. I will probably keep working on this for the rest of my life because it is really big, but yeah, I love it. So I'm excited to put some more stitches into this. I don't have any concrete plans, I don't think, for any of my projects except for one, which will be a new start, and I will tell you about in a bit. But I would like to get more work on this. Get a couple more percent in there. Like 1% is a lot, so I probably won't get to like 20%, but I'd like to like, oh, that's a lot of likes. I would like to improve it a bit, like maybe get to 17%. But yeah, that is Mickey as artist for now. Then next is my fairy tale collage. Where is that? So this is a soda stitch pattern. It is technically 9 different soda stitch patterns that I am combining into one. I'm doing this on 14 counts. This is another project I started in 2022. I started this in October of 2022. This is what it will look like when it's finished. So like I said, this is 9 different soda stitch patterns that I'm combining into one. Maybe you can actually see this better without the light. Let me turn it off. Yeah, I think that's better. So yeah, that is what that will look like finished. This year, I ended up stitching 7,389 stitches on this. I know I did all of the Beauty and the Beast block. I don't remember how far I was on Peter Pan at the beginning of the year, but you will see a picture from the beginning of the year. So first, the full piece. It's a big one as well. I don't have a total of this or percentage because I am combining multiple charts, and there's also backstitching, which isn't counted by Pattern Keeper. But yeah, let me show you a bit of close-ups. I have no idea if you can see it, but hopefully you can. And this, I definitely, well, that is not what I want. I love big projects, but they are very difficult to show. And there are some people on Flosstube who are so good at showing their big projects, and I'm so like jealous of that. I'm so impressed by that. This vlog I definitely did fully this year, and I think I did parts of Peter Pan this year, but I should have looked at my starting pictures before I filmed this, and I didn't. I have no idea if it's better with or without the light. Well, it's not better without lights, that much is for sure. How do I turn it? There it is. So let's try it without the light. That's what I meant to do. I feel like the light maybe washes it out a bit, but you also see things better. I don't know. Anyway, that is this project. I would really like to finish at least one more like pattern of this. So I would like to finish Alice in Wonderland fully. I'd also like to just get it done, but I think that's too much for a year. So I would like to at least finish Alice in Wonderland and maybe get like a start on Snow White, which will be after that. And then the year after that, I will still have to do another pattern, but that's okay. Let me put the pattern, like the cover picture, back in here as well. I am gonna turn the light back on. I'm sorry, that's probably annoying that I keep turning it on and off, but I really can't tell which is better, and I think this is a little bit better. Next is 6. Yeah, that is a project by Taylor and Crump. Did I tell you what soda? Yeah, I did tell you it was a soda stitch. I got it first. 6 is a pattern by Taylor and Cromwell. This is technically, again, 6 different patterns that I'm combining into one. When I started with stitching patterns inside of kits, I really wanted to go big or go home. So all the patterns were either really big or I combined them into a really big pattern. But this is what it will look like finished. The cover picture got a bit of damage, but that's okay. So these are 6 different patterns that I bought in a pack. but I added this black border that you see on the cover picture that's not charted, and then I'm doing all 6 of them. Last year, I think I finished the black border, and that was it. And this year, I stitched on Catherine Parr. I ended up doing 5,025 stitches on this project, and I am almost done with Catherine Parr. So this is what it looks like fully. And we'll go to Catherine Parr. This is my Catherine Parr so far. So I've done all the cross stitching on her, and I'm now backstitching. The backstitching is lyrics of the song she sings in the musical 6. I don't remember if I told you it, but this pattern is based on the musical 6, which is based on Henry VIII's 6 wives. So yeah, I need to finish the song lyrics behind her, and then she is done. I would like to finish another queen next year. Again, I will probably say goals that are not achievable because I'm not like planning them. They're just like things I would like. So yeah, I'd like to finish another queen. This is on 18 count white Ada. If I ever forget to say anything and you're curious about it, please let me know in the comments and I will answer your questions. I will look it up if I don't know it from the top of my head. Also, all the patterns that I'm working on are written down in the description below. The ones that I finished might not be there anymore, but if you want to know about those, just let me know, and again, I will tell you. Okay, after 6 is Ariel. Ariel is a project by Make It Pink. It is artwork by Hannah Alexander, and it is a big one. It is my first, I guess you could call it a fancy lady, but yeah, I don't really consider it as the same as like a Bella Filipina or a Mirabilia, just because at some points it feels more like a full coverage. It's not, but this is what she will look like finished. I really love this piece. I am currently working on finishing the bottom so I can start backstitching the bottom half. I am really close on that. So that is definitely what I would like to get done next year. I'd like to finish the bottom and backstitch like everything I have so far. But yeah, this is my total. The bottom is really boring. I will be honest with that. It is really big chunks of just one color, like over 2,000, 3,000 stitches sometimes of just the one color block, but the end result will be so pretty. I love this one. So yeah, that is what she looks like right now. This is on a, what fabric is this? I have it written down. 1 minute. This is on Rose Paddle by Pull Stitches. It is 32 count over 2. And yeah, there are blends in this. I did replace all the beads with Krynic. So there are beads charted in this, but I'm not stitching it with beads. And did I tell you how much of this I got done this year? I don't think I did. I got 4,173 stitches on this done this year. Okay, that is that one done. So yeah, for this one, I would really like to finish the bottom and finish all the back stitching I can do from there. And then next time, like next year, 2027, I guess, I can work on the top. But we'll see how far I can get. I feel like I am going to be repeating myself a lot. Hopefully you're okay with that. If not, I'm sorry, I can't help it. This does not fit well. I got the cover picture again. Sorry for the zippers as well. I know, especially if you're listening on headphones, that can be quite annoying, but I will not be able to keep track if I don't close everything now. And then next is Mermaids of the Season. This is a Bella Filipina. This was a stitch along in, I believe, 2023 or 2024. Let me see when I started it. Yeah, I started this January of 2024, so this was the 2023 stitch along, and this was a finish this year. So this is what she looks like now. I love the way this turned out. There are a lot less stitches on this than I actually expected. I think the total is less than 14,000. But yeah, I do really like the way this is looking. This is the first project I did with beading. I do love how shiny it is. There are parts where I'm like, oh, I don't love how 3D this is, especially with like the bigger beads in the autumn portion. I don't know how well you can see that, but there are some really big beads on the autumn portion. But I do love how shiny it makes everything. So this is done on with everything that's called for, but the fabric is by Megan, not Emma, Megan Coffee Craft. She is a UK seller. I don't think she sells to Europe anymore, but back when I bought this, she still did. And she dyed this specifically for this stitch along, so it is like close to the called for fabric. And yeah, this was a finish. This is my biggest finish of the year, I think. And I really do love it. So that will need to be framed at some point. I am absolutely terrible at actually finishing my projects. But it will be on the list of things that need to be framed. I ended up stitching, let's go back to the summary, 4,796 stitches on this one. Okay, next is Emails I Consent. This is another project that is designed by Taylor and Cromwell. I actually special ordered this, requested it. I'm not sure about the verbiage, but I paid for them to chart it specifically for me because they had a couple of posters in this style for musicals, and I really love Sabrina Carpenter, and I especially really love her album Emails I Consent. So they made a chart for me with lyrics from every song of Emails I Consent. This is what it will look like finished. It is fully based on the album cover, like the design and everything. The border with the lights is based on a heart she had on stage for her Emails I Consent tour, which was like red with lights like that. So yeah, I love this piece. I ended up doing 5,775 stitches on this one, and this is where it's at right now. I don't remember what I worked on this year specifically, like which parts, but you will see that with the before picture. For this one, I am at 79%, so really getting close. I would really love to finish this year. I think I can. Don't think there's too much left in it. I think there's only like 5,000 more stitches, which, I mean, that's basically as much as I did this year, but still, it's getting close. I think I can finish it. And yeah, I really love this piece. She has since released 2 other albums. I don't think I will request another like this for her newer albums. I do love them, but they take so long to stitch, so I think I will need to really, really be in love with one to get another one. But I did consider it when she released Short and Sweet. I did consider requesting another pattern in this style, but then Man's Best Friend came out pretty soon after that, and I was like, I can't keep up with all your albums. So I'm probably gonna keep it at just Emails I Consent, but I do really love this one. I think you can actually get this for free now on Taylor and Cromwell. Last time I checked, it was on their freebies list. I don't know if it still is, but yeah. So that one I would really like to get finished. Then after that is my kit. So I like to have like one kit in my rotation at all times because there are some really pretty kits. This one is called Festival in Cappadocia. I am at about 40%. This isn't like fully accurate because there is some backstitching which is not like counted in the percentage. But oh, I should show you what it will look like finished. This is called Festival in Cappadocia. It's by Riolis. It is, I think the kit is called 2021. I don't think that's the year it was from. I think that's just the like number of the kits. But yeah, this is what it will look like finished. I have family that's from Cappadocia, like my dad's side of the family. So when I saw this, I really wanted to stitch it as like a little reminder of that part of myself. And this is where I'm at right now. Again, I don't know which sections I worked on specifically this year, but I just moved it further to the left, I think. Further inwards, at least. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I do really like this piece. I don't think I worked too much on it this year. Oh, actually, I did a lot on it. Never mind. I did 7,562 stitches on this one. So this is actually one of the ones I've worked on most. But yeah, I really do like it, and I'm at around 40%. I don't know, I would like to finish it. That's not going to be possible. So let's say I'd like to add at least another 20%. Then we're nearing the end of my main rotation. So if you're new here, I have 8 projects that are like my main rotation, and then I have 10 projects separate from that that I play a game with that get some stitches here and there, but will generally get a lot less stitching than my main rotation. Though looking at the numbers for some of these projects, the difference isn't as big as I would have expected, but that's fine. I think there's one more piece that is like in my main rotation so that I got a lot done on, and then we will start getting into game stitching. So the next piece in my main rotation is my gift piece. This is a piece that I am making for a really good friend of mine. I like to have like one gift going at a time because I love giving cross stitch to people, but it takes a lot of effort, and I also want to stitch all the things that I want to stitch for myself. So I decided to just have one piece at a time that is meant to be a gift when it's finished. So this one in particular, I don't have a cover picture for, but I will put up a picture like on the screen so you can see what it will look like finished, because like I said, I don't have one printed out, but it is based on The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. I don't know the title of it because I bought it through Etsy and they just translate the title to like Dutch, so I translated it back to what I assume is the English title, which is Hobbit Home, but that might be like slightly off. But I've been calling it Hobbit Home. It is by Maya Stitch, I believe. Let me double check that before I say the wrong thing. Yeah, it is by Maya Stitch. It is an 18 count white Ada. And I got a lot of stitching done on this one, actually. I got 11,586 stitches on this. So this is the product I worked on the most this year. And this is where I'm at. This is also the only project that I have where I have a lot of barked threads. That is because this project can get quite confusing. So I decided to like make pages myself and do it like pretty strictly by the page. Because a lot of the colors are just like similar, like the same with like slightly off or like a blend of two colors that are next to it. So yeah, this is everything I've done. I think I did like at least half of this year. But yeah, this is it. This is in CrossStitch Saga, so the percentage is including the back stitching, and I am at 82%. So this is really close. This I definitely want to finish this year, or like the coming year in 2026. I want to get this finished before the end of July because I want to give it to my friend on her birthday this year, and her birthday is somewhere in August. So I would like to finish this before the end of June, actually. So I have like a month and a little bit to actually frame it and stuff. But yeah, I love this one. I don't like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. I've never like been into it. I've never read the books. I watched the movies like as a kid when I was pretty young, but I don't really remember anything. But I love like the design of this chart. So when I decided to stitch something for my friends, she does really like Lord of the Rings. It was pretty easy to pick this one. I did let her choose because I didn't want to spend like 2 years working on something that she might not even like. So I like first asked her, hey, I would like to stitch something for you. Would you like that? And then I sent her a couple of pieces that she could choose from, and she chose this one. But I was really happy with that because this is one that I've been wanting to stitch, and now I got to. I started this in September of 2024. It has a total of 16,587 stitches. Wow, I did a lot of it this year then, because I did most of it this year. Before this year, I'd only done like 2,000 stitches, so most of this will be new, but you'll have seen a start picture. think I forgot to say when I started the previous 2 projects. So the Riolis kits I started in May of 2024, and the Taylor and Cromwell Sabrina Carpenter one I started for my birthday in 2024 in February. That was like a birthday present to myself. This is not currently in a project bag because I'm currently working on it. I just finished like this section up here and I had to move the hoop, and I decided that was the perfect time to film this WIP parade because I needed to move the hoop on my current project anyway. So those are all my main focus pieces. Now we're getting into game stitching. So I have a game going on that is based on a Dutch reality TV show called Who is the Mole, in which 10 Dutch celebrities, I'm saying that with quotes because I usually never know who they are, compete in a series of challenges in a foreign country, but one of them is secretly trying to sabotage the team, and they have to figure out who the person sabotaging is. And I just have like stitches associated with events and projects associated with candidates. It's very similar to Bake Off stitching or Big Brother stitching, which are like pretty popular on Flosstube. I think they both originated with Jessie Marie does stuff, but it's very similar in concept to that. So I have projects assigned to that, and based on how the candidates, like the contestants that are associated with the project, do in the seasons, they will either get a lot or very little stitches. So the first one I'm going to show you is Spring Sampler. Most of these I started in October of 2024 because that is when I started my game stitching. So like the next 10 are all started in October of 2024. But yeah, so first I'm going to show you Spring Sampler. That is by Cooler Design Studio. The original artwork is by Sandy Orton. This is a pretty popular one, I think, on Flosstube, or this series at least is. This is what it will look like finished. Oop, wrong button. You still can't really see. I think it's just the printouts, but yeah, that gives you an idea of what it will look like finished. This year, I ended up, I wish this was on one page. I keep having to switch pages. I ended up doing 2,373 stitches on this project. And this is where I'm at now. I definitely did all of that like cards that in beige there, because that's what I've been working on the last couple of times I touched this, but I don't know how far I was on the rest prior to this year. But this will just get like 100 stitches here and there, so it is slow going, but I do really love this project. Again, I don't have a percentage for this one because the backstitching is not included in Pattern Keeper, and there is a lot of backstitching on this one. So I'm doing this 2/2 on Antique White. It is on 36 count. I will be working on another seasonal sampler next year. So actually, let's get into that now. I meant to say this at the end, but since we're showing this one, a group of stitchy friends that I only know online through like messenger and chats and games and stuff. I've never met them in person. They all live in different countries, but they are really sweet and I really love them. They're like so kind. I'm really happy I met them online, but the 4 of us decided to stitch a Cooler Design seasonal sampler next year. So the goal is to stitch a full sampler in the year. I don't know how possible that is because they are bigger than they look, but that is what I'm gonna try. So I don't know which sampler we're doing yet. 3 of us have all of them, but one of us like asked for them for Christmas, so it will kind of depend on which chart she gets for Christmas. So if she only gets one of them, we'll just do that one. So it is possible that it's going to be Spring Sampler, but I think it will probably be one of the other 3. But the goal will be to finish that next year. So I've divided all the 4 patterns into like 12 parts. So no matter which one we do, I will try to do a part of that every month. So it's going to be a lot of stitching, but I am excited about it. I really love these patterns. And if it really is too much, we'll just like cut it in half or like just work on it every month and not have like a finish goal. But yeah, I am very excited to stitch one of these and to stitch with my friends because they are amazing. And yeah, that's going to be really fun. So one of these Cooler Designs pieces will get a lot of work next year. Next, I'm going to show you Stitch's Paradise. So this is from a CrossStitch magazine. I will insert a picture of what it will look like finished. For most of these, I don't think I have finished pictures like printed out. But this is from World of Cross Stitching, and the original design is by Durene Jones. And this is where I'm at right now. I think I finished the middle block this year, and I definitely did everything I've done on this block so far this year. This block isn't finished yet, but yeah, I really do love this piece. This was a stitch along for, I think, 2023 as well. Might have been 2024, but it's basically just a Stitch's Paradise, as the title suggests. It's all cross stitch related things, and I really like it. I'm doing this also on 36 count 2/2, and I ended up stitching 1926 stitches on this. So for my goals for the games, it's always a round number, always a 50 or 100, but sometimes I just need to finish a thread or something, and I'll just count those for my total. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I really like this one. I would like to finish this one, but for these, the goals will just be do what the game suggests. I don't know yet if I'm gonna be stitching the same game next year, because I'm getting a little bit tired of the TV show. So I think I might switch it up and do like one season of a different show and then another season of Who's the Mole, because I do want to like watch all of them. So I want to like watch all the old seasons. But I think I'll switch it up with like a different contest and then Who's the Mole, because I'm getting a little bit tired of everyone lying to each other. So I think I'm just gonna stitch watch a TV show like contest, like maybe Project Runway, because I remember really liking that as a kid, but just like a competition like that where people are making things and getting judged on them rather than lying to each other and voting each other out. So yeah, I'm not sure yet which show I'm gonna watch, but I think that's what I'm gonna do starting next year. Switch the seasons out. Okay, next, I don't have the project with me because it is a finish and I forgot to grab it, but it is Pumpkin Patch Pals. I did 1,603 stitches on this year, and this was, like I said, a finish. It is, I got this from Just Cross Stitch magazine, and the original artwork is by Elizabeth Spurlock. I did this on 16 count white opalescent 2/1. It was only 2,000 stitches total, I think 2008. And yeah, this was a finish this year. It's so cute. I really like it. I need to frame that as well and like put it down. It's like for Halloween and stuff. I don't celebrate Halloween. Maybe I'll just keep it out all year round. But it's really cute. I love the little kitties. So next is Amphitrite. This is a Bella Filipina. It is a big one. I have a printed blue. I don't know like by who it is, so I can't like recommend like a store or a seller. I got it through like a online cross-stitch store, but they didn't say which manufacturer it's from. But it's a printed blue fabric that kind of looks sea, and this is where I'm at right now. I also did not write down the fabric count that I'm doing this on for some reason. I think it's 32 count though. But yeah, this is where I'm at. This is a really big piece. I think the fabric is only barely big enough. I think I miscounted it, and it gets a lot closer to the edges than I wanted it to, because there is still like more. I think it ends like somewhere around here, and I usually like to have like 10 centimeters, so I definitely miscounted somewhere. But it will fit, and I do really like it. I am doing this as charted, except that I am replacing the Kern Water Lilies with DMC. I couldn't find like a conversion chart anywhere online. I looked around a lot, so I just picked some DMC that I thought would look similar. So it's going to be a bit of trial and error if I like it or not. If I stitch it and I think, oh, this looks really off, I will have to redo those parts. But so far, it's all right. I think I only replaced one so far. But yeah, this is that one. I really love that one. I haven't worked on it in a while. It hasn't come up in my shows in a bit. But I did a total of 1,157 stitches on this one. All right, next is Persephone, which is one I UFO'd. Persephone is a piece of artwork that I absolutely love, but I really did not like stitching on it. So I decided to just UFO it and have that be it. So I can show you maybe. I don't know if I have pictures of it anymore, but I know the pattern is also retired now because I don't remember the company it was from, but it was from the company that retired most of their patterns, I think, at the end of the year. So I think the pattern is also retired right now, so you can't get it. I do know another company is now charging the artists, but I don't remember which one. So I will try to like write that down. If not, and you want to know, let me know, and I will find out for you. But yeah, I wanted to do this without the background, and I really struggled with removing the background. And then it was on black fabric, 1/1, which I also just really struggled with. And I love the artwork, but I really didn't like stitching on it. So I decided maybe I'll get a print of it someday, but for now it's just gonna go away. So yeah, I did do 1,349 stitches on it this year before I UFO'd it. So then next is Sitting. This is another chart by Taylor and Cromwell. I do really like their designs. This was a freebie by them. It's also another finish that I didn't grab, so I will insert a picture of it. But I thought it was really funny and cute. It is two asexuals sitting in a tree, but instead of kissing, they really want to be rescued. And as someone who is asexual, I thought that was the perfect chart to stitch. So I did 1,331 stitches on it. It is another white opalescent fabric because I just got a really big piece and cut it into pieces, and I'm doing a lot of these game pieces on it. I also did not realize it was opalescent when I bought it because I did not know what the Dutch translation of opalescent was. So I thought it was just like an off-white because it was called parelmoer, which I don't know the direct translation, but it's like pearly. And I thought that meant color-wise, but it means like shininess. But I like it, so it's fine. But yeah, I know that now, that's the translation of opalescent. But yeah, I really like this pattern. I finished it. And that is all I can tell you about it. Next is my pride flag. This is a peppermint purple, I think. Let me double check. Oh, actually, I have the things here. So Persephone, the artwork is by Chrissabug, and it was started by Thread Geeks, which I don't remember if Thread Geeks is the one that is retiring most of their charts, but they are retiring Chrissabug. And I think she is now getting charted by Unconventional X-Stitch, but that part could be wrong because that I don't have written down. But Thread Geeks and Chrissabug I do have written down. So next is Pride Flag, which is indeed by Peppermint Purple. It is a black work design, and I really like it. I am quite far on it. Again, no percentage, but a lot of these don't have percentages because a lot of these are from magazines, actually. This one doesn't have a percentage because it's black work. I ended up getting 2,322 stitches on this. For my back stitching, I count them as 2 stitches equals 1. So I actually did like almost 5,000 back stitches on this. But yeah, this is where it's at. I really love it. It will be the pride flag. I finished all the black this year and I did a couple of the colors. I know I did the brown and I did a couple of these, but I don't remember which ones. I would really love to finish this next year, but again, it will depend on the game. I really do like this one though. I love backstitching as long as it's charted well, and I think for blackwork in particular, it is always charted well. At least I've not done too many blackwork charts, but the ones I've done are from 2 different companies, and they were both charted really well. I like backstitch as long as it enters a hole. Is basically it. I don't like when I have to pierce the fabric to do back stitching, but when it just enters a hole all the time, I love back stitching. So I would definitely be doing more black work once this is finished, but I think just having one at a time is nice for me. So next is Mother Nature Autumn. This is also a magazine piece. And I got 1,589 stitches on this one. Again, a picture will pop up at some point. And this one I'm working on her skirts. And it is by Stitchora. It is also from Just CrossStitch magazine. And the designer is Hadi, who is also Stitchora on, I think she used to be on Etsy, but I don't know where she is now. I think she has like maybe her own website, or she's on a different website now. But this one was from a magazine anyway. It wasn't from her site. So this is where it's at right now. I think this one you actually can't see with the lights. You still can't see it. I think it's just because it has a lot of light colors at the edges. This one will need a lot of backstitching to really define things. So a lot of things that are just like blobs right now will be like mushrooms and leaves. And I do think it will be really pretty when it's done. But yeah, it'll be a bit before done. But I do really love this one. And I am trying to focus on finishing that bottom page and then backstitching that before going up. But yeah, sometimes it goes really slow because there's a lot of like ninja stitching and confetti in like those leaves and stuff. But then when you're working on just a dress, it goes really quickly. But I do really love this one. Did I tell you how many stitches I did? I think I did. Let me check. I have it open here. I did 1,589. If I didn't, you know now. This is another piece I started in October of 2024, I mean. So I think we're nearing the end of that, but we're not there yet. The next is another piece that I UFO'd. It is the Magic Potion Cell by Teeny Weeny X Stitch. I really like the idea of it. I just don't like it. I didn't like stitching on it, and I decided it was too big to continue. So I just UFO'd that one. I did like 800 stitches on it this year, I think, before I UFO'd it. Maybe 587. That's where the 8 came in. So yeah, that's another one I UFO'd. I do think the design is really pretty. I've seen other people stitching on it and I do really like it. I just don't think it's for me. So yeah, that was that. I think that's the last one I UFO'd because I think I only UFO'd 2. Yeah, so those are the 2 that I UFO'd, Persephone and the Magic Potion Cell. I have one more finish to show you and 4 more WIPs, so we're nearing the end. Next is Robins, which is also charted by Thread Geeks. It is by artwork by Zindy S.D. Nielsen. This one is also retired or will retire at the end of the year, so you might have like a couple days depending on how quick I am at editing and posting this, but it will definitely retire at the end of the year. This is what she will look like finished. I'm not stitching that white background, but I'm stitching everything else. And I do really like this one. This one I am at 6%, so not very far, but it is a full coverage basically that I'm doing for my game, so that makes sense to me. But I did end up stitching 2,024 stitches on this. And I don't know how well you can see it because I spread out when stitching. So I will pick a color in like a block, but then I will take it wherever the thread goes. And this especially has a lot of really light colors. So yeah, this is what it looks like. A lot of the stitching isn't very visible, but like the darker colors you can see. And basically this is the only section that's fully filled in. Everything else still has stitches missing, but I really like it. So yeah, that is this one. I would love to get more work on this. Yeah, this is on 32 count as well, I think, or 36 count. Let me check. 32 count, easy grids, 1/1 full cross. The total of this is only 34,246. So that is a big project, but for full coverage, I think that's pretty tiny. That is including, that's excluding all the white. So like, it's a total stitch count after I'd like checked off all the stitches that I wasn't going to stitch. So if you are gonna stitch it as a full coverage, it will be more, but I don't see the point in stitching all that white background, honestly. Next is Kiki's Delivery Service, which I do actually have a picture printed out of. This is what I started to replace the Magic Potion cell. So that is what it will look like. It's based on Kiki's Delivery Service by the movie and the book. I don't remember who wrote or animated it, but the pattern is from New Dream Stitch on Etsy. And I got this because my sister really liked another pattern by them and asked me to stitch it for her. And I think there was a discount if you bought like 2 or 3. So I just bought some extra that I liked. And this was one of them. This one I am actually doing on the fabric that the Magic Potion cell is on. So this is what I had done on the Magic Potion cell. I'm slowly frogging it. So I've done a little bit more. I want to frog this fully so I can use the rest of the fabric. But this is Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm doing this, I want to say extreme cross country, but because of how small the project is, it's not very extreme. But I am color completing it. I've started with this like brown adder feet, and now I'm doing the black, which is by far the most. So yeah, this is what it looks like right now. I finished all the words, smile, so we can make a good impression, which I really like that sentence and that sentiment. So yeah, I think it really spoke to me as someone who is autistic and overthinks every interaction she has. So it's on 16 count, white opalescent, and I am at 27% already. This I think actually got quite a lot of stitching, especially considering this is one that I started in 2025. I started this in March of 2025, but it's, oh, actually it only got 1694. I thought it got a lot more, but yeah, it's just a small project, so 1600 stitches goes a long way. Yeah, this is it. I really want to finish at least all the black next year. Probably more, but at least all the black. Next, this one is actually not a part of this. Where I don't have it here. Okay, I don't know where I put it. So I will insert pictures instead. But my sister-in-law is pregnant and she will have a baby at the beginning of the year somewhere. I think like in February or March. Maybe January. I honestly don't know when she's like, when the estimated day is, but she's gonna have a little baby. And I made birth samplers for all my other nephews and nieces because my sister-in-law and my brother have 2 kids already, and my sister has 2 kids as well. So for all 4 of them, I made birth samplers in a particular series. So for the oldest, I think I made the deer one, and for the youngest of both of them, I did the fox one. But now, since my sister-in-law is having another baby, I figured I should make another one. And luckily, this series had 3 pieces, so there was one more that I hadn't stitched yet, which is the bunny, the sleeping rabbit. So that is what I did. I stitched all of the rabbits. I obviously haven't stitched the name or the birth date yet because the baby isn't born, but everything I could stitch, I stitched. And I think I did all of it in November. Maybe I started in October, but I did all of it in like a couple of weeks because I really wanted to get that done. So yeah, I started that October and I finished it in November. And I did 4,199 stitches on it to get it finished. This is by Stitcher's Lovers Shop, also on Etsy. And then when the baby is born, I will add the dates and the name, but I mean, I won't show that anyway because of personal information. So this is as finished as you're gonna see it. And I will show pictures because I don't remember where I put it. I will look for it at some point, but since I can't stitch on it right now anyway, I put it away so I couldn't lose it, and now I don't remember where I put it. That happens more often than I would like. I did the same with the beads for Mermaid of the Season. I put the beads away somewhere where I thought, oh, I'll remember where this is. This is a nice place to put it. It's not in the way. And then when I pulled Mermaids of the Season out in November to finish her, or in December actually, it was only a couple weeks ago, I could not find the beads. I looked for like an hour before I found them. So yeah, putting things away to keep them safe and out of the way is actually really bad. No, it's a good thing to not have things cluttered, but I am really bad remembering where I put things. So anyway, that is finished and I really like it. I don't love stitching them, but I love giving them, and they're pretty small. So I am worrying already about what happens if they get another kit, because I didn't think they would get the third one, so they might get more. But I think I'll probably either repeat or look online if I can find like a sleeping animal that is around the same size to like fit in there. But I don't know. It's not something I have to worry about yet. The series has 3, thankfully. So yeah. Next is my napping kitten. So this is technically also a kit, but I included this on in my Stitchy game. It's a small one. It's a Dimensions Gold Petite, and I used this to replace the pumpkin patch spells or sitting, whichever one of those I finished first. And I only worked on this, I think, once, so it doesn't have a lot of progress yet, but this is what it will look like finished. It's just a cute kitty. And I started this in November. Oh, actually, I have 3 more, because there is also one that for some reason I just did not write down. Don't know why I didn't write that down. Also, don't know why I have another start. I didn't finish something else, did I? Spell sitting. Oh, it's because of the UFOs. Yeah, that makes sense. So I don't have the last one written down, but I will just tell you what I remember from it. But first, let's get back to Napping Kitten by Dimensions Gold Petites. I started this in November, like I said, and I did a total of 324 stitches on it. I just worked on this the once, but this is where it's at right now. It's all in the same brown color. But yeah, it's like a really small piece, and I am at around 3%, but this has a lot of backstitching, which I don't think is included in that percentage. But yeah, I do really like this one. So that will get more work next year as well. And then the last one I have written down in here is Wild Horses, which I also started November 21st, just like Napping Kitten. This one I started to replace the other one, so either Sitting or Pumpkin Patch Bells. And this is from CrossStitcher magazine. The artwork is by Emma Congdon. Again, I will show you a picture because I don't have it printed out. Where is the project? I was going to say, do I even have the project? But I do. Just need to find it. Oh, here. No, that's not it. Here it is. Is it? Yes, this is it. So this is by CrossStitch magazine, like I said. This I've done 324 stitches on. The previous one I did 312 stitches on. I got that all confused, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Both of them barely have a start. I worked a little over 300 stitches on both of them. But this is my starting point with it. You can just see a little bit of the horse, but it's very little. Hopefully it will get more progress this year so you can see and recognize more. But it's just beigey of the like horse. I think it's a Shetland pony actually, but it's really cute and I really like it. I'd like to do the entire series of these. But yeah, that's the last one I've written down. I know I also started Animals Assemble to replace Persephone. So I will show you a picture of what that will look like finished as well. That is also from a magazine, but since I don't have it written down, I don't remember which magazine it's from. But this is where I'm at. So this has around 500 stitches, and I basically just finished this little part with the mice. I don't think I got anything more done with those 500 stitches, but next time I will work on a different section. So it was just like a coincidence that the 500 stitches that I needed to do for my game basically finished the section, but I do really like it. So you can like see the cute mice. This is a much nicer start than the Shetland pony. But yeah, I don't remember who designed this or what magazine this is from. So I will insert that if I remember to in here, but definitely in the description box below. But those are all my projects. So my plans for 2026 are basically to continue as I have been. I want to really focus on that stitch along I'm doing with my friends. So I think I will probably start each month working on that. And then do like an episode of my show, game, stitching, and then work on the rest of my focus pieces and just have that be like my rotation basically. For my focus pieces, I'm just going to go on as I have been. So if you're not familiar, I basically have them all written down with a stitch count, and I will randomly pull one, work on that until I reach that stitch count, and that will go away until all my main rotation pieces have been worked on. For most of them, that stitch count is just 1,000 stitches. Some of them have a bit of a higher stitch count, like my gift piece, my festival in Cappadocia, and my Disney piece. I think everything else has 1,000 stitches. Oh, and soda stitch is just to finish the section rather than a stitch count. But yeah, and then for my game stitching, I will just do 100, 200, depending on what the show says. And I will switch out Who's the Mole with a different show that I haven't decided yet. But will probably be either Product Runway or a cooking show competition, because I really like both of those. Or at least I did in the past. I haven't watched any reality TV show competitions like that in a couple of years, but I remember really liking those competition type shows, so I will watch one of those. And that is it for this video. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas if I post this before the end of it, but I don't think I will. So a lovely New Year's. I hope you get lots of stitching in. I hope you have a lovely time with your family. I don't really celebrate either, which is why I'm filming my parade on Christmas. So if you're not celebrating, that's also really fine. And I hope you have a lovely day regardless. But yeah, if you have any cross-stitch plans, please let me know. I always love hearing about people's plans. Those are probably my favorite videos to watch, people's plans video. WIP parades are also really great, but I love when they talk about what they plan to do, whether they actually do that or not. Those are always my favorite types of videos. So yeah, let me know any plans you have cross-stitching wise. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely time, and go check out all the other WIP parades that are getting posted right around now. Thank you. Bye.